If you are new to this channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. I post everything coffee, milk tea, matcha, and today is a special episode because I am going to share with you recipes for making Hojicha Green Tea Latte. Recipes for Hojicha Green Tea Latte are also in my book, All Things Milk Tea. Now, what exactly is Hojicha? It is green tea, but first you have to look at the color. It is green tea, but it is dark colored. This one is dark rose Hojicha. They also come in light rose and medium rose. So I have here two varieties. One is the medium rose and the other is dark rose. Let me talk a little bit about Hojicha. Hojicha is a Japanese green tea, which is also a healthy option, less popular than matcha. To be honest, Hojicha is a byproduct of matcha. For those that do not know, it is those that are thrown away during the matcha production. And these are those that are the stems, the veins, and also the large leaves. And all of these were put aside and turned into decaffeinated green tea. And that is called Hojicha. Hojicha are roasted at a very high temperature, making it decaffeinated, but there are also different types of Hojicha, the roast of Hojicha. You will have the light roast and the medium roast and the dark roast. What I have here in front of me is medium roast, and I also have the dark roast. Personally, I prefer the dark roast because it gives a stronger taste. How does Hojicha taste like? It is more like, not really like green tea. It is smoky. It is also sweeter, and it tastes a little bit like cocoa. Not exactly like chocolate, not exactly like coffee, but somewhere in between. It is not so popular as matcha, but it is already gaining popularity. If you have a matcha bar or a cafe that offers matcha, I would suggest that you add Hojicha to your menu. This is something new, something different, and something that you must try. So today, I'm going to show you three different ways to make your Hojicha green tea latte. First is the hot version, then we're going to make ice version, and then we're going to make frap version. So for the hot version, I'm going to make it in 8-ounce cup. So I'm just going to put that on top of my espresso machine here so that the cup will be warm. For the ice version, I'm going to use 16 ounces cup. I'm not going to use a plastic cup this time. I'm using an ordinary glass here. And for my blended or my frap version, I'm going to use 16 ounces as well. Aside from those differences in terms of the color, the price, Hojicha is a lot cheaper than matcha, at least 60% cheaper, and not so many grades of Hojicha. So you'll probably find some things like a different color of the Hojicha powder, depending on the roast level. And the preparation method is very similar to matcha. Today, I'm going to show you how to prepare using the ceremonial way, using my matcha whisk and my matcha bowl. But you can also prepare this using a milk frother, electric handheld milk frother. You can also use a blender. You can also use a shaker because Hojicha is not as complicated as matcha. You don't even need to sift the powder to prepare your Hojicha latte. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Let's make hot Hojicha green tea latte. I'm going to use a matcha bowl here or a tea bowl. Measure my Hojicha. I'm using my dark roast here. This is pure Hojicha. If you're using a blend, then you might need to use a lot more. And into this, I'm going to add warm water. I would add about 40 to 45 ml of warm water. Now you might ask, can you use room temperature water? That's also perfectly fine. Okay, so this is about 40 ml. I'm going to add my homemade sugar syrup, just 10 ml. If you don't like it to be sweet, then you can skip the sugar syrup. And then now I'm going to whisk. So just scrape the bottom and then whisk fast and then lift your whisk a little bit higher. The smell is absolutely gorgeous and it looks very dark indeed. Okay, so now I'll set this aside and I'm going to steam my milk.
Once I wouldn't say it, would I?
Once you wouldn't.
No.
Hot Hojicha, moment of truth. Hmm. Exactly what I'm looking for if I want hot Hojicha. It is very smoky, no bitterness at all. Especially, I added that sugar syrup. I would suggest that if you're going to serve this commercially, that you put a little bit of that sweetener, and it is perfect. One drink down, let's move on to our second drink, which is iced Hojicha green tea latte. For this, we need to use a little bit more Hojicha powder. And I'm going to use three types of milk. I'm going to use my milk of choice. This is dairy. And I'm going to use my special blend of milk syrup, which is a combination of sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk. Now, for this drink, I would suggest not to make it too sweet. So I'm going to make it 50% sweetness level. So the preparation method, I'm going to use the same method, which is using my matcha bowl and my matcha whisk. So this is our Hojicha blend. Now we're going to assemble into our 16-ounce glass here. First, I'm going to measure my milk. For the milk, I need 150 ml, any milk of choice. Into my glass. You can measure it separately or you can put it into your serving cup right away. And now I'm going to add my special milk combinations. So here I'm going to add 30 ml of my evaporated milk and then 15 ml of my sweetened condensed milk. So this will be, I would say, about 25% sweetness level. If you'd like it to be 50%, then half sweetened condensed milk and half evaporated milk. So pour it into your milk bath and just stir to combine. And now we're going to add ice. And this is where you add the magic, which is topping it up with your Hojicha blend. Iced Hojicha green tea latte in 16-ounce cup. Second drink down, let's make our final drink, which is our Hojicha Frappe. And for this, I'm going to use a blender. And then again, it is going to be 16 ounces cup. I am going to, this time, reduce the amount of milk that I'm going to use. So for this fresh milk, I'm going to use 120 ml or 4 ounces of my milk of choice. I'm going to prepare everything into my blender here. First, fresh milk, 4 ounces or 120 ml. And this time, because this is going to be blended in a lot of ice, I am going to reverse. Use more sweetened condensed milk, 30 ml of my sweetened condensed milk, and 15 ml of my evaporated milk. This is for my milk syrup. Now you will note that I use measuring tools here, like this measuring shot glass, because I find that if you use the scale, the taste somehow does not come up to exactly how I want it to be. So it's probably just me. So you can also use the scale, but this is how the taste that I am looking for comes out. So I use this shot glass. If you haven't yet got one, make sure you place your order. This is a very good souvenir from Chao. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to add my Hojicha powder. Now, one heap is about 1 gram, so I need about 5 grams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also use a scale to measure, but it comes with experience. So one heaping chashaku or tea scoop there is about 1 gram. Now I'm going to add my ice. You might ask, do you need some frap base for this one? Because hojicha is quite concentrated powder, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you add any more frap base. Okay, so there you go. Now pop in the blender. If you follow the exact proportion, you will get a full 16-ounce cup here. Okay, there you go. This is your blended Hojicha green tea latte. And because this is a frap, add whipped cream. And we are going to finish it off with sprinkles of Hojicha powder on top. Hojicha green tea frap. Hot, ice, and frap. Okay, so there you go. 3 types of Hojicha green tea latte here. The hot, which I have already tasted. And now I'm going to try the ice and also the blended one. Ooh, dangerously dark, this one. If you're scared of this color, go for the medium roast. Mm. But the taste is exactly how I like my hojicha to be. I suppose the color is so much better than I anticipated, although it's on the dark side. But you can really tell that it's not chocolate nor it is coffee. So a very distinct color here, a very distinct taste as well. Now, for my wrap, mm, the taste of the hojicha is coming out here. Here, it is very important that you make it a little bit sweeter because it will already be diluted with ice once you blend the ice with your drink here. The sweetness is just about right, where I put 25% sweetness level here. In this one, you must use at least 50%. If you'd like it to be a bit more decadent, you can make it 100% sweetness level. There you go. So 3 delicious recipes here. So for those that have not yet tried Hojicha green tea, this is the right time. Make sure that you add this to your menu if you are offering matcha, and also if you are offering or if you have a matcha bar, which is especially for green tea. This is just a very special drink, which has been quite a favorite of mine over the last few years. So give it a try. So that completes our show today. Now you have all the recipes you need to add hojicha to your matcha bar and also to your cafes. Make sure you give these a try. It is definitely worth it. That's all I would like to share with you today. If you have any questions, put in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Also, share to as many people as possible, to your friends and family, because you can make these delicious drinks at home and, of course, save money. I'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.